I don't have much battery and I look a mess. No, I'm talking. Okay, we gotta make this quick. So this is where I lived. My mother came out here to help me clean. She was a huge help. I was able to finish everything in twice the time that it normally takes me. So overall, I mean, it was a pretty nice place. Quite large. I was the first person in here in the newly remodeled this unit. These were built in the 60s, and I'll insert some pictures, but that's Mount Lemon there. Like, my view is pretty awesome. And they waived the fee for that view. That view cost $20 a month. They waived it. Here is, oh man, I have this in the way. Sort of the unload. Got an extra lock put on here because these storage units were broken into, and that neighbor had 2 bikes broken into. I'll show a video clip of what my storage unit looked like, and I think that they were just too daunted by all the crap I had in here, which was probably a good thing. So now I'm gonna see if I can fit all that I have in that pod in here somehow. We'll see how well we do. Okay, here we are, finished, thanks to my mom's help. Thank you, Mom. This is the bed. Baby Jordan's gonna help me take out. That's furniture going to Lexi, and my desk to put in there and that stuff.
Where's the bed going?
And then we have, this is the last stuff that's going in here. Once again, we're stacked up high. Okay. If anybody needs me for packing, what's my going rate gonna be? I think
$75 an hour.
Heck no. They charge like $100. I'm charging $100 bucks.
$125 an hour.
$100. I'm nice and glistening. That's just glistening. It's not sweat. So my mom helped me not to collapse in here, but now she sees my acrobatic skills. Don't you, Mom?
Yeah. We won't even tell them what you did.
Are you scared for my life, Mom?
Yes, I am.
Okay. While we were waiting for U-Pack to arrive, I had to go to the bathroom, so I went up to an Instacare. It's like a little hospital thing. And a moronic lady backed into me. Oh, dude. I chewed her out, and she was like all afraid and nervous. But yeah, she backed up into me. This came off. This is like all separated. This down here. I don't know what's underneath, but yeah. So that's fun. In a parking lot, I was stopped. I'm going to pull my camera to show that I'm stopped. It's filming in front of me, so it won't film this, but it'll show that I was stopped. And she's like, I didn't see you. Yeah, you didn't see me because you're using your backup camera, not your window. That's what I told her. And she's like, you don't have to be so mean. I might not go in because dang, dude, look at where you're going, you idiot. She's not even she's only looking at the backup camera. Oh my freaking crap, dude. Got the buff stuff Jordy loves. Mr. Football helped his Annie Rachel get the bed in. We are snug as a bug in a rug. He is so strong. Boys are just so strong. He helped me figure everything out. He's so good. Jordy is so patient. He's so patient. He's the only one who could probably like give me instruction because he's very patient and calm and doesn't yell at me and get mad at me. So we are good. We are done. All thanks to Jordy. Thank you, Jordy. Jordy, thank you. Jordy, thank you.
Of course.
You're so
Why did
helpful.
Grandma bring Bitsy?
I love you so much. With your big muscles. Because she can. Because she can.
She can bring him in the house?
Look at how big he got. He's so old. He's so old now. Look, guys. He's so cute. Okay, that's pretty much a wrap for this situation. Hello from my mother's basement on the saran wrap couch. I do not know why the saran wrap is on this couch, but it is, and so we are going to work with it. I'm going to finish out this video with a little sit down chat. I will do an update on my medical in a separate video. It might be in 2 videos or maybe 3, but that one will be separate from this one. I just wanted to talk about my move back to Arizona and a little bit about Arizona. And I've been in Utah for about a month. It's already snowed here and it is very cold. So I actually have this beautiful new like wearable blanket called the Comfy, and I love it. I love it. I waited for it all day, the day that it was going to arrive. And ironically enough, I actually fell down the stairs pretty hard as I was walking down. My mom's carpet is quite slippery. I know that sounds weird, but it is slippery and the banister was broken. So I wasn't holding on to that. Anyway, I dead weight on the edge of the stair, and my butt cheek has a butt cheek of its own, and it has been quite painful. I've got a bruise that pretty much covers half of the right butt cheek. I will not be inserting a picture of that, but it's been difficult to walk. I actually wanted to go on a quick trip this weekend, but that has been pushed because of this, because it's just, I'm getting some numbness right now in that area. So anyway, we will move on from that. Hopefully heal up pretty soon. I got a comment on one of my videos that said something along the lines of, sorry Arizona didn't work out, or that you didn't like it very much, or something like that. And it wasn't that I didn't like Arizona. I didn't care for Tucson, living there, but I actually loved Arizona. It is such a beautiful state and can totally compete with Utah. I mean, it's just a big outdoor recreation place, and it's got amazing national parks and national forests, and I really loved getting out and seeing those. And it is wild. Arizona is like nothing I've ever seen before when it comes to wildlife and some domesticated animals. So like one morning I was at this park in this city, and it was about 6 in the morning. I was running and there was a coyote just right there. I was like, whoa, because I actually was running in DC at one point, and there was a fox, and that fox started chasing me. I won't go into the details, but that was crazy. This coyote, however, it was scared and it took off into the bushes, but I had my spray and everything. And then another time I was leaving my apartment complex, probably around 7:30 or 8, and it was dark, and I look up and I see these animals at the dumpster, and I'm like, my initial thought was like, what is that? Are those lambs? I don't know why I thought they were lambs, but that's just what popped into my head. And I'm like, what in the world is that? Well, they were these things I had never seen before. They looked like a cross between a pig and an anteater and a I don't know what else. But later on, I found out they're called javelinas. They're like not even pigs, but they look like pigs. And they travel the city through the washes because I mentioned in my Saguaro National Park video that Arizona gets monsoons. And so there's a lot of washes around that area, and that's how they travel. And I was one of the first new residents in the remodeled, well, I was the first new resident in the remodeled complex. And so the outgoing residents were pretty pissed off about the whole situation, and they were just dumping their trash everywhere and not putting it in the dumpster. And so it was a pretty awful place to live sometimes because of that. And so these javelinas were attracted to the trash there. It was gross. So, and then like I would see roadrunners. I had never seen a roadrunner before in my life. Like they would just be at Home Depot. And then I was going camping to Coconino National Forest, and there was a bear on the side of the road just eating a carcass. I think I'm gonna do a separate video with that just to see how well it performs compared to a video that I put a lot of effort into and did not perform very well. So that I think I will post either the same day this goes out or the next day, just to see people's interest in it, because it is actually kind of interesting. There was a carcass on the side of the road, and this bear, it looked like a pretty small bear, was eating off of it. And at first, foolishly, I mean, I didn't even really notice the carcass at first, but it was eating by the side of this tree, and I just thought it was eating the roots. And then I could smell this carcass, and it was disgusting. And then I finally put two and two together and realized that it was eating the carcass. So that was quite interesting. And then another time I was driving to go to another campsite, and there was a cattle drive. I've never seen a cattle drive in person, and for some weird reason now a lot of cattle drive videos are being recommended to me on YouTube. I have no idea what's up with that, but a lot of the calves were kind of getting loose and separated from their mother and pretty wild with the whole thing, and so they had a mind of their own and would go off and were kind of hard to corral. And then at one point, like I was stopped. There were some cows that were loose, and it's like, okay, so these cowboys, whatever they're called, of course they know where the cattle are, but hear me thinking I was being useful. I was like pointing out one of the cattle, and so he sent the dog over to get it, and those dogs are amazing. My dad had one of those dogs before, but they just kind of lay low for when those animals kick, to avoid them kicking their heads. But man, this little calf, I mean, not too little, it was pretty rambunctious, and it nearly, I think it toppled over the dog. It was pretty intense. And then I turn around and there's like a really pretty young calf. And then it spotted me and it like took off the other way. So that was actually pretty cool. My content going forward, I had hoped to be traveling. However, my medical issues have put a hold on that, and I'll talk more in depth about the process that I've gone through in my medical update video. But basically, I haven't had the paperwork processed yet, but finally I have an appointment next week just with the primary care, and then I will be farmed out, is what I've been calling it, just farmed out to specialists for vascular surgery and cardiology. So that's been kind of frustrating, and I want to get on the road and travel, and since it already snowed, I'd really like to go someplace warm, and I've been thinking of where I can go for that. I've thought of maybe Texas. I need to see if the national parks, how much they're open there. Big Bend, I haven't been to Big Bend yet, but I think that's where I'd like to go, at least Texas, on my next outing. So depending on how my appointments, my medical appointments are and what's going on with that, that'll kind of determine what freedom I have to do some long-term road travel. But in the meantime, I want to, do some local trips, do some hiking. I wanted to do some hiking here in northern Utah, but since it's already snowed, hopefully I can go sometime in November and the snow will melt and maybe not come back for a while. Otherwise, I'll just go central Utah or someplace that's not too far. And I have some other video ideas to get me by until I can do some more long-term travel. My goal is to post at least a couple videos a week. And then I'm interested in doing a live stream possibly every other week, because lately most of my videos have been getting quite a lot of comments and interaction from you guys, and I think that it'd be really easy to get that faster response time and more interaction with my viewers. So I'm thinking of doing a live stream on Thursdays. Thursdays are my favorite day of the week, and it just seems like Thursdays overall might work the best. And I'm interested to know from you guys if like mornings, afternoons, evenings even work. I'm thinking kind of later afternoon might be a good time. And if people can't make it, then that's fine. We'll just see how it goes. But I thought that might be a nice opportunity to connect with you guys. Coming up in November, I'm hoping to get to the pterodactyl. That is the 10,000 subscriber celebration that I have. And if none of you watched my 1,000 subscriber celebration video, I talk about that celebration and wanted either my mom or my nephew Jordan to go. Hallie said she would go, but at this point with the pandemic, it just doesn't look like my sister will probably either let any of the kids go, which is understandable. And then my mom said that she would go, but she's absolutely panicked that I am going to try to force her to go on the pterodactyl with me, which I'm not going to do. It's completely up to her if she wants to do that. Otherwise, I'll just ride it alone if that's even an option. But it is open and probably be really cold in November, but I'd like to get it done, and it'd be a trip to do and fun, and I will be freaked out. I will definitely be freaked out. So hopefully in November I will be doing the pterodactyl, and my mom will be accompanying me there at least. The last thing I would like to talk about is just a little bit about how I am doing now that I'm out of the work environments, and overall it feels a lot better to be away from all that. I am struggling with motivation and still some depression. I am on medication for that, which is helping, but it's still a process, and I'm, in time, we'll just see how things work out and how they improve. I'm interested over the next year, because from year to year, for at least the last 2 years, 2 to 3 years, my life has been quite different. And so around this time next year, I'd actually kind of like to look back at myself and see where I am. And I'm hoping that I will be in a better place. And that's going to take a lot of work on my part. I hope that I have it in me. I feel like I want to, but I'll be honest, I get really discouraged, and I get, a lot of times I just feel lost. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm just trying to do the best that I can and hope that I've made the right decisions. I know I've made the best decisions for myself, and hopefully they will turn out to be that way. I I feel that they will be, you know. Things are a lot different. It's weird to not be working full time anymore because I pretty much have my entire adult life. You know, and to have these medical issues going on, it's impacted my overall mental health already, you know, that was already impacted. And there's some stress, you know, there's some stress still. You'll never get away from life stress, right? It's just always going to be there. But I really appreciate everybody's support who sticks it out with me and watches my videos. And I'm really trying with my channel. The algorithm does not like my channel at all, and that's very discouraging because I really have tried to improve my consistency. I know it's been horrible, and I'll do a better job going forward, but you know, my channel is just like a broken collarbone channel, and you know, the goofy silly videos that I put up, that's kind of how the algorithm treats my channel. And I get a lot of subscribers from that, but those subscribers are not watching my channel. They're just kids who are like, I'm gonna help you out, or I think your nephew is so cute, and so they subscribe because they want to see more of him or whatever it is. So I've been tempted to actually start a new channel, which I don't really want to do, but I'm gonna give it a good few months, and with consistency and in my uploads and interaction, and just see how things go. But you know, it's my fault for how my channel is, and I understand that. It is also the type of content, and I never wanted to be a niche channel because I want to evolve, but I do see how certain videos, like my nephew's collarbone videos, have impacted my channel, kind of for the negative at least. And I actually made a deal with my nephew. All of his videos are going to be taken down, and I'm paying him for all of those videos. All the money that I get from those, I'm paying him for the entire time, the duration they're up, and then they're gone. They're at least unlisted on my channel to hopefully get my channel back to being a Rachel in real life, and not baby Jordan nephew breaking his collarbone. So anyway, it is actually wonderful to be able to see my nieces and nephews. They're super, super busy kids with sports and dance and school and lives, and so I don't see them as much as I would like, but that's okay. You know, I've got my own things going on, and I need to focus on working on myself. And I will stop rambling now because I want this video to not be too long. Thank you so much for watching. Again, I will see you in the next video.